Hey guys, things are a little backwards with this video. It was a crazy week. We had our drama club production at the school I work at, and I run the after school drama program, so I'm in charge of the whole thing. And I was just so excited about this palette I'm doing, the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, that I went ahead and started filming on Monday, my first look, but I woke up late and I did it quickly, and then Tuesday was the same, and every day I filmed this week was exactly the same, so I felt like the looks were a little rushed. I kept them and kept going because I also thought it was kind of just life, and that's a little bit of what I want to show here on morning makeup. People tell me, how do you have time to do makeup? Well, I don't always have time to do makeup. I'm very fortunate in the fact that my husband gets the kids ready in the morning, so that's number one. I have that, but that doesn't mean I have time to do crazy looks all the time, or dramatic looks, or even a lot of makeup, and you'll see that. Today's look, though, is my play. I was able to take a lot of time this morning. I actually had a photo shoot lined up, but I had a last minute cancellation because she was sick. So I had time to sit down and really play and film the look. So this is actually day 5. I'm filming right now, and that means the video is going to be a little backwards, and then you'll see the other 4 days, which are a little rushed, which is fine. You'll just see how I do my makeup very quickly, and I hope I filmed the voiceovers well enough that it makes sense, because that's really the part that sometimes takes me a long time. I film the eye look and then I go back and talk about it, and I have to try to remember everything I did. I should write it down as I go, but I don't, because a lot of times I'm just in a rush. I hope you enjoyed this video and my thoughts on this gorgeous palette. And here is day 5 first, and then the other 4 days. All right, guys, so this is my look for today. I know I said I was going to go crazy. I don't know how crazy I actually went. I really wanted to use Supermoon, and so I did. I don't know, again, which is which in this palette, because I'm not good with the descriptions, but there is one that's called One Glitter Powder. There's also 2 sheer multi-reflective shadows. I think I've said this before. That might be the multi-reflective shadow, because there's another one. So you have Supermoon, which is this white. I mean, it's so bright against the lighting, and then Gold, which is also just as bright, and the textures look very similar, and they're the only 2 that are like this. So I think they must be the 2 sheer multi-reflective shadows. And I think they are a little sheer, because as you'll see, oh my gosh, as you'll see, it took a little blending. But I started out with Momentum. I could not find my favorite shadow brush until right this second. So as I was doing it, I was like, where'd it go? Anyway, I ended up using my fluffier eye crease brush, and just took Momentum and lightly put it on the upper eyelid, under my eye, and into my crease. And then I took my smaller crease brush and used Off Balance. Sorry, Momentum is just that creamy color, and Off Balance is a slightly mauvey, rosy color. So I just took that, and that I put really in the crease and blended and blended. It's really pretty. It kind of comes off purple on me, lavendery. Then I knew I wanted to use Haze, which is this pretty aqua color, and I think I used it in another look this week as well, but it didn't come off as much as I wanted it to. It wasn't as pigmented. So today I sprayed my brush with Fix Plus, and that definitely helped kind of really lay down the color on my eyelid. Took Off Balance with this shadow blending brush and just blended it so I would have some color under my eye. And in fact, I'm going to add a little bit more because I feel like it got a little lost then with my liner. I just wanted, you know, that slight diffused look to continue under here. And then I took my pencil brush with Haze and kind of put it more in the waterline. And then I think is when I went in with Vortex, and just with the same fluffy brush, I just deepened the crease. It was too light. Everything was too light. I wanted darkness. I knew I was going to still use eyeliner, but I just wanted to deepen it up a little bit. So I did start by concentrating into the outer crease, but then blended it up and pulled it in all the way in my crease. And that's then when I stopped and I took my flat brush the other side. I used Haze for one side and the other side for Supermoon. And it does pick up very flaky. And some of the pieces are kind of big and some are little, but as you start patting it on, it just slowly diffuses out into a glitter. The one thing I'm having trouble with is not staying on my eyelid. Now my eyes are hooded, or at least slightly hooded, and so I always have some transfer to the upper eyelid. I did spray when I was done with Fix Plus, but you know, it just happens. Then I took just this kind of concealer brush I had, and I took a little bit of Cosmic. I wanted to bring some of the pink in, and I just put it on the inner corner, and I did blend it down a little bit. I feel like this could use a little more blending right here. I just blended it down a little bit into my lower eyelid to combine it all and bring it all together. Sprayed with Fix Plus, lined my eyes. I even went and did some falsies today. I'm staying home, but family's coming over and I thought I would have a little more festive look. Emily Noel taught me this trick on one of her YouTube videos because she, I feel like, is the falsie queen. She says when she's done, she just kind of presses them up or even blinks down on them, and it gives a little lift. And throughout the day I'll do that, you know, after I go to the restroom or something, when I'm at the mirror, I'll just like lift, just a little lift, and it does, it just lifts them a little bit more. They don't stay, they tend to droop. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but you know, throughout the day, just lift it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is a new week with a new palette. I got my hands on the Mercury in Retrograde, or I guess just Mercury Retrograde palette. I was not going to buy it because I have so many palettes and I'm trying really hard not to just keep buying palettes. I need to use the ones I have and maybe doing additional videos with them to get a lot of variety of looks. But I was given a gift card to Sephora for my birthday after my birthday, and I was like, okay, that's a sign I should just get this, because it was during the VIP sale, and so I could get the 20% off, and I had the gift card, and I think I only ended up paying $8 for this guy. So this is my last new palette of the year. I am not buying anymore, and I might be on a buying hiatus for the new year because I have so many, and some that never got made into videos because of my little summer break, so I really need to focus on those. But since this is brand spanking new and lots of people are talking about it, I knew I wanted to do the video next. This morning I have like one more minute to get this intro filmed and to talk about my look, so I did a very, very, very basic, simple look. I started out with Crash, which is it's a tan color. It's more on the cool side, and I at first just put it on my eyelid. I was just gonna do eyelid, a little bit upper eyelid, and maybe call it a day, but I couldn't just leave it there, so I just patted Crash onto my eyelid and then went ahead with Momentum, which is kind of a peachy cream color. Both of these are mattes. Went ahead with Momentum and just swiped it onto the upper eyelid with my very large shadow brush. And of course I couldn't call it a day. The look looked really cool to me and I wanted just a little bit more. So I went and grabbed my dense angled shadow brush. It's a little less fluffy than the one I normally use. And I went back in with Crash and just did a little bit crease work and kind of transition color. And then lastly, I took my flat shadow brush, my favorite brush, into Frazzled right here and put that on my eyelid. Finished it up with some Fix Plus and lined my eyes using my, ooh, it's new. It's the MAC, what's it called? Brush Black. Brush Stroke 24-hour liner. And that's it. This is my very, very simple, basic, I gotta get out the door look. I hope you are having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow with another look. Good morning, everybody. This is another quick look because I keep waking up late. It's show week. I run the drama club at the school I work at, and it's the week of our show. It's been late nights. I've been falling asleep at like 8:30, and I keep waking up super late. So I tried to do a really quick look, and in fact I use brushes I never use because most of my brushes are dirty and full of glitter from last week's look, the Tarte palette. So I ended up using the Urban Decay Naked 2 brush. It came with Naked 2. And I don't know what this one is. It might be Anastasia Beverly Hills, one of those ones, or it could be another Urban Decay, but it doesn't say so. I feel like I've had it a long time, so it's rubbed off. And of course, my favorite large shadow brush from Sephora. I started out using Off Balance. It's a really pretty light mauve-y color, a little bit of purple in it, with the small blending brush just in the crease to give me a little bit of a light purpley look. And then I knew I kind of wanted a lighter color up near the brow and a little diffusion, so that's when I took this large shadow brush. And what I would normally do with the cream color, just kind of lightly blending and kind of diffusing out, I did with Libra, which is actually a purple. And I didn't know how that would work. I didn't know if it would look like I had crazy 80s eyes with color up there, but it's light enough on me where it just did exactly what I wanted. It just kind of diffused and blended out, but I was careful not to get very close to my eyebrow. I then went in with Momentum, which really is the only matte light shade of the palette that I can use in this way, and I just did under my eyebrow. Next, I took the flip side of the Urban Decay Naked 2 brush and took Hot Mess, which is this like plummy color, plummy purple color. Patted it on my eyelid. I think it might be this brush. I'm not a huge fan of these brushes, by the way. It made it a little bit difficult to kind of get it on, and I had to keep dipping back in. So I don't know if it's the color or the brush, but I did that, and then went in with this unknown fluffy brush and Vortex, which is a dark plum purple color, and just deepened up that crease a bit and did what I would normally do, kind of go back and forth between those four colors: Off Balance, Libra, Hot Mess, and Vortex, and just kind of blended back and forth to get the look I wanted. I then took this brush again, the Urban Decay, the flat side, and went in with Galaxy, which is a shimmer. It's on the gold side. Oh gosh, you guys know I'm the worst at describing these colors. It's probably the lightest true gold in the palette. There are maybe three that I would consider kind of gold-ish, bronze-ish colors, and it's the one that's most gold, but it's still a very light pale color. And I just very carefully put that on the inner corner towards the center, just to give a little bit of dimension and sparkle. I also took the pencil part of this brush and went in with Vortex again and just lined under my eye and blended just ever so slightly into the upper water line of my eyelid. No liner, just mascara then. I love using that technique, that smudgy technique, when I'm in a rush, especially if I take a little more time to do the eyeshadow. So yesterday I did a very basic eyeshadow and I used liner. Today I did a little more detailed eye look and used the smudging pencil brush just to give me that look, so I didn't have to mess around with liner. That's my look for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you tomorrow with another look. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, the TV's on, my bed's not made. I tried to do a look today and film it, and I have even less time than I have the past two videos. I really shouldn't have done a look on show week. So, lesson learned. But anyway, I'm gonna try really hard to tell you what I did, because this look almost turned into a hot mess. I started out with Karma, which is this matte kind of tan brownie shade. It's definitely on the warm side. At first on me, I thought this is looking really cool, but I just put it in my crease with my angled shadow brush. And then I decided I was going to pat Utopia, which is more of an orange tan corally shade, on my eyelid, but I knew I wanted to use Mercury, which is the pretty like aqua green shade, shimmer shade. So I didn't want to just do the diffused Utopia and then Mercury on the lid, so I tried to do Utopia on the lid, and I was going to blend it in with Mercury, and as you can see, it just wasn't working how I wanted it. So I kind of scrapped that halfway through, just patted Mercury all over the lid, and took a tiny bit of Utopia with my angled brush and just lightly diffused it up on top, and then took it also under the eye a little bit, just to kind of give that color. I wanted that orangey color as well. And then I really love Nebula. It's definitely more sparkly, and good morning. I feel like a bit of a broken record this week because every single day I'm like, I had to do this really quick. I was running out of time. I don't know what is going on with me where I cannot get my act together in the mornings to give myself enough time to film the look and do this intro. And today is absolutely no exception. So I'm going to try to go through this quickly because I got to get out the door for my son's baseball game. It's Saturday. You'd think I could give myself enough time on a Saturday, but it's been such a crazy week. And so maybe when I film my last look, I will actually do it and be able to chat a little bit more with you. Anyway, I started out today using my fluffy brush and Utopia in the crease, except it's not really in the crease today. I actually concentrated more above the crease. So I wanted that diffused look, and I knew I wasn't going to do a lot of crease work today. I kind of wanted just a wash of color, just a subtle hint of the warm, orangey, peachy Utopia. So I just, kind of lightly washed the peach over my upper eyelid, slightly in the crease, but really it's above the crease. And I didn't even really follow the shape of my eye either, so I didn't really go in the curve. I kind of went in a upward motion, if that makes sense. Then I took my smaller crease brush and went in with Karma, which is that kind of tan shade, and I started to just pat on the outer corner of my eye. Again, not really doing much crease work today. I wanted to try something different. So I just pat on that corner, just laying down the color, but also just giving me an ever so slight outer V here in the outer corner. Then I took my flat shadow brush, my MAC brush, and went in with Gold Glitch and patted it on most of my eyelid. And it's such a really pretty color, guys. I don't think it shows up very well on camera how pretty it is. It looks like it has really big flakes in pan, but in reality it lays down as like uniformly, this really nice uniform gold shimmer with a couple of flaky pieces, which just kind of catch the light. I then knew I wanted to do a little tiny bit of Supernova, which is a much more fine shimmer, and it's pinky peach, mauve, purple. You guys know I'm great with my color descriptions. So I just took the other side of this shadow brush and patted it on the outer center out towards the outer edge, and really almost covered up Karma right here, and gave it a little more intensity. So the two go really well together. I don't know how well you can see that in pan, but it's showing up almost purple here, but it's really more towards the color of caramel, the tan color. Then I took my pencil brush. I believe this is a MAC brush as well. My MAC pencil brush. Yeah, I think it's MAC. And went in with Utopia, diffused it out lower on the lower lash line and then Karma higher on the lash line. Sprayed my face and went in and lined with my Laura Mercier black gold liner, which is just like a standby I use all the time. If you've watched my other videos, you'll see I use it. And really, I didn't even sharpen it. You'll see, because I'm going to include this, I did not sharpen the pencil. I really wanted that smudgy look, just kind of quickly on my eye line. Wanted to go ahead and bring out Supernova just a little bit more, so went back in, put a little bit more Supernova on, and gave myself another spritz, and that's the final look. I think it's like a nice mix between Saturday running errands but still feeling a little glam and having a little fun with makeup. And I will see you tomorrow with another look. Bye guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know everything was a little backwards this week and a little crazy, but that's my life. Sometimes that's how it goes. I'm sure you guys have that too. Messy, dirty, not quite always together, but that's the real experience with morning makeup. I think I missed out on some colors on here, and so I definitely will be filming another tutorial with this because there's so much we can do to play with this, and the shadows are just beautiful. If you haven't bought it and you want something fun, I highly recommend it. I know it's a really popular palette, and I 100% agree with that. I hope you are having a great week. I'm going to try to get this video up before Thanksgiving, so I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week with another look. Bye, guys.